All right, time for another FSD drive. We're gonna go do the Wendys intersection test. And first, we're gonna see this thing back out of my parents' driveway, which is super steep and goes to the street. Let's see what FSD does. Okay, that is impressive because that is a very angled driveway. It backed out of it, and now we're on the street and we're on the way. Beautiful use of our 3-point turn. It nailed that. So, while we get to the 124th intersection and 116th, which is basically the Wendys, today was not a great day for Tesla shareholders. Basically, at least the funny part is, Jim Cramer didn't tell you to sell it yesterday when people asked him about Tesla. He told us about the evaluation being over 500, and it took less than 24 hours. And it dropped, what, 48 points. Ouch. Kind of rebounded a little bit in the end of the trading day. I think some people covered their shorts. And the market in general was down. Nasdaq with 2-something%. They were really blaming Jerome. Well, Jerome Powell came out. He dropped rates by 2.5 or a quarter point. So yeah. Said the economy is doing okay. We dodged the recession and the market still tanks, but there won't be as many further rate cuts as people were hoping for. So we shall see. So the market, just rug pulled Tesla. And then we have the spending bill. Elon showed us the big stack of papers for it. That would fund the government for whatever number of days. I haven't been reading the headlines today, and we might not get this FSD video uploaded tonight because it appears my internet router has died. I've been having the worst luck with buying routers. First I bought the newfangled Wi-Fi 8 mesh system, but that turned out to be just worse than having one router. There was so much lost packets within the structure and I had wired the backhaul and everything, but I couldn't print anything. This was one of the Decor units. Then I went on Reddit and found out if you got the old version, and there were some issues with those. So I put it back in the box and I took it right back to Costco. And surprising is when I bought it, there was a pallet of them. And the day I returned it, there was a pallet. But the customer service rep went, yeah, we've gotten a few of these back. And I went back there the next day to buy some pomegranates and other stuff. And it was the whole pallet missing. But I picked up a Netgear unit, 2 of them, one for my house, one for my parents' house. Because I do the videos there and I work from home a lot. Anyway, it's been working. Just a single-use router, and fine. It's a little slow on the edges, but you know what? Who cares? But as of right now, everything that's on the Wi-Fi doesn't work. So my brother called me, and I had to wire around it using an older router. Of course, when I get home, nothing will work on the Wi-Fi because the passwords are different, or the name, everything. So anyway, some fun in the sun. Looks like the router may have taken a nosedive. We shall see. Maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can't. Just take it back to Costco and get another one. FSD is definitely gutsy today. right. But she's going for it. Shout out to Hero Miles. I moved the camera more towards the center and forward, so let me know if you like this camera position better. And I'm using the KNF wide angle lens adapter right now on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, because I felt now in this more forward position you're just going to see too narrow of a field of view without the wide angle lens. Well, it may be too early in the evening to give this section a test. There might be too many cars piled up at this intersection, so we'll see. But when there's no cars in the northbound lanes of this intersection on 116th Avenue Northeast, the car possibly ends up in the wrong lanes or almost hits the curb and then corrects. Usually, the later builds now, it's been correcting at the last second. FSD. Okay, that's pretty funny. Oh, I thought I was going to go into the driveway or drive through in the wrong direction. Well, this is better than any other time I've been to Wendys here. At least it tried parking. Okay, so now we're going to navigate to... exit the parking lot. No, we do not want to exit that way. Okay, so now we're going to drive and force it to take this direction. Alright, so hopefully we're going to see how version 13, if there's an improvement on handling this intersection. That's what I suspect happens is... Okay, let's move it down here. Oh, actually, we may actually nail this. I love these new animations. Where this yellow line is the curb, and it misjudges getting the trajectory to here, and what will happen is, I need like a pointer basically. Our car will either turn into here, or Okay, this is the best it's ever done this intersection. There was a slight jog, but not a big jog, and we didn't end up in the wrong lanes into the oncoming lanes, which we definitely don't want. But it never does it when there's cars there. It uses the cars as a marker of where the lane dividers are. So this was good. And no hesitation, smooth, just wait till they enable FSD to honk the horn. That will be a fun day. Actually, it's not a bad idea to allow FSD to honk the horn and to warn drivers of an imminent collision. Because FSD, and then it's the ultimate shame as a human. Like, you're being honked at by a robotic car. Well, I don't know why it's a bad thing, but anyway, it'll just be funny. Like, oh man, I'm such a bad driver. The freaking Tesla with no driver. The driverless Tesla is honking at me for being stupid. Or allow the car to blink the headlights at slower moving traffic. Eventually we'll get to the point where the car will be impatient in the left lane and like, do I really want to pass? No, I'll blink the headlights. These are great suggestions. If the Tesla AI team, Ashok, blinking the headlights, honking the horn. Please put that in the to-do list. Alright, we're nearing the end of our drive, and I'm going to start a new trend, if I remember, to harp on everyone to do this one basic thing to help improve autonomy. And that will be, next time you go to your Tesla, whether you have FSD or not, is go to our browser. And as soon as let's make sure we're on the Wi-Fi. Oh, of course it doesn't work. I gotta go fix it. But when you're on the Wi-Fi, make sure you're doing a speed test. If there's anything you can do to improve the speed of the car's internet when it's on Wi-Fi, please do it, because if you don't have, and most people, they're like, okay, it's on Wi-Fi, it'll get the updates, it just takes longer. But every day Cortex needs data, all the data from this driver, there are interventions or not, she needs the data, the big Cortex data center. And like, if you're getting a 5.5 upload or 1, and you can do some basic things, maybe put a mesh node near the car, in between the car and your main router, or bring a wired backhaul and give it its own little router outside, and you can get this up to whatever near what you're paying for with your provider, well, you're going to get more value out of your internet service provider because you're actually going to use the bandwidth you're paying for, and you're going to help Cortex learn. So when I fix the Wi-Fi, this should be well over 200, 300 megabits, and I would say we're averaging like 10, 15 gigs a night. So you don't necessarily need a 200 or a gigabit upload. I have 2 gig upload if she could take it, but it likely won't use all of that bandwidth. But when you're down in these low numbers, it can't send the full drive data or give it the full picture every single night. And while the car may be parked for a 12-hour period, if you can bump up those numbers and allow it to Cortex to absorb 10, 15 gigabits or gigabytes, that would be awesome. So simple thing is, do your speed test when you're on Wi-Fi, and then go inside and make some adjustments to your home's Wi-Fi system to get better reception for your car. All right, that concludes our FSD drive for the evening.